Oh, guys, here we go. Let's see what we got. Live with Kelly Mark, Season 2, Episode 218. Summer Skin Week. Teresa Giudice from the Housewives of Jersey. Kate Upton with some stupid reality. She's a judge. Dress My Tour. So great. So she's going to sit there and tell girls how good or bad they look wearing a certain dress. I don't need you to be a fucking model. I mean, who knows? I don't give a fuck. Dr. Marnie Nussbaum discusses acne for Summer Skin Week. Yay. Dermatology fucking bitch week. Season 2, Episode 218. And I didn't mean female bitches. I meant female dogs only. From Calabasas. There you go. Let's get started. Go team. That's some shit.
Today, from the Real Housewives of New Jersey, Teresa Giudice. Plus, host of the new competition series, Dress My Tour, Kate Upton. Also, it's all about acne as we continue our Summer Skin Week. All next on Live.
Maybe he's got cancer and we could finally pray.
All next on
Good morning, Tuesday, July 9th, 2024.
What is going on? This is be seated, please. This is a feisty Tuesday crowd. Calm down, stay very calm. You know how you get on a Tuesday.
What's going on with the weather? Let's see what's happening. It's hot. It's hot. It's sticky. Although yesterday was oppressive during the day. Then around 6 or 7 o'clock.
I did not find yesterday oppressive in the slightest. I felt like, you know what? It's summer, and summer is warm time. It's warm.
Yeah, but you like it excessively hot. I think
February lasts 11 months.
we're all born with like little temperature gauges in our body. I think you need to call the HVAC person to see if they can just maybe see if the sensor's off. Calibrate. You need to be calibrated.
The air conditioner in our bedroom has been broken for about 3 months, and it's the happiest time of my life.
But I got one of those beautiful little tower fans that look
blows on him only.
And it works. It's working. It's really it's working. Hey, it's going to be 90 today. Steamy and a spot of a thunderstorm.
When?
I don't know. Do we know when that's going to happen?
Yeah, every day it's building up, usually late.
But look what's happening the rest of the week. We have just thunderstorms and clouds and heat, and I love New York. I love it.
The good news is by Saturday, it's mostly thunderstorms.
You know what I'm doing tonight?
I know what you're doing
I'm going to see the semifinal football match between Argentina and Canada. Yes, I am. When we were in Atlanta, we saw those two teams play.
I know.
Right off the bat.
It was so exciting.
It was very exciting. We're going to see Lionel Messi play. I'm pulling for the underdog.
Canada?
Canada.
I always I'm basically Canadian at this point. And I always root for Canada. I feel like, Canada is, we are Canada.
Yes. I love I love Regina, Vancouver.
Yeah.
Thunder Bay.
Yeah. You're from Toronto.
You're from Toronto and Vancouver. Vancouver is my favorite favorite city.
Okay, everybody stop yelling out what town you're from. Unless it is Regina. Then you can yell it out as much as you want.
They are, and they're congregating in Times Square. They're gonna have a big watch party, the Argentinians and the Canadians. Between Argentina and Canada. Yes, I am.
I'm practically Canadian. That's her attempt at a joke.
Those two teams play.
I know.
Right off the bat.
It was so exciting.
It was very exciting. We're going to see Lionel Messi play. I'm pulling for the underdog.
Canada?
Canada.
I always I'm basically Canadian at this point. And I always root for Canada. I feel like, Canada is, we are Canada.
Yes. I love Regina.
You pronounced it wrong.
Vancouver.
Yeah.
Thunder Bay.
Yeah. You're from Toronto.
You're from Toronto and Vancouver. Vancouver is my favorite favorite city.
Okay, everybody stop yelling out what town you're from. Unless it is Regina. Then you can yell it out as much as you want.
They are, and they're congregating in Times Square. They're gonna have a big watch party, the Argentinians and the Canadians.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it's gonna be such a big deal. I can't wait. I'm ODing on soccer because the Euros are happening right now.
I know.
The Euros. I love the Euros, and the equivalent is happening here in the Americas. So there's just so much football.
I know. Watching you run around the house with all the TVs on, and the sounds of a football crowd, not American football, but soccer crowd, is so different than any other sound. It's like group chanting for hours on end. And I can tell what match is playing just by drifting into the room and hearing the sound of the crowd.
Oh yeah? How do you determine who's playing?
It depends on what song they're singing as a group.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm going to be there tonight.
I know you are.
I'm going to be there tonight. I'm very, very excited.
I don't know how to segue out of this.
Segue.
Okay, here we go. So, gramping. Have you heard of gramping? Are there any grandparents here?
Yeah.
Yes. You're a grandparent? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm only 2 years older than you. Yeah, and I'm 3 years younger than you. Gramping is where kids go camping with their grandparents and grandparents only.
Of football crowd, not American football, but soccer crowd, is so different than any other sound. It's like group chanting for hours on end. And I can tell what match is playing just by drifting into the room and hearing the sound of the crowd.
Oh, yeah. How do you determine who's playing?
It depends on what song they're singing as a group.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Well, I'm going to be there tonight.
Right.
I know you are.
I'm going to be there tonight. I'm very, very excited.
I know you are.
I don't know how to segue out of this.
Segue.
Okay, here we go.
Just change subjects, bitch.
Gramping. Have you heard of gramping? Are there any grandparents here?
Yeah.
Yes. You're a grandparent? Yeah. You are? Yeah. You have 5 grandkids?
You look amazing.
What?
I think she make that up.
But you look really young. She's not. All right, but we can all agree that I'm looking at you, and now the audience is looking.
America, and half of Canada.
I had my first kid when I was 23. My son is 26. He has 2 kids. My second kid is 22, and I had my first kid when I was 23. My son's 26. When I had my first kid when I was 21. My son's 28. He had a kid when he was 24, 26, and then he just had his third like 6 months ago. And then my daughter is 24, and she has 2 kids, and she has a kid. And then I have a son that's 25, and then I have a son that's 23, and he has a kid. That's 5. 29. My daughter's 26. She has 2 kids.
I mean, I'm looking at you, and now the audience is looking.
America and half of
She's
Canada
got
is looking at you.
5 grandkids. Is that
that's
impressive?
great.
You have 5 kids? Well, I'm going to tell you about a trend that you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take your grandkids on trips, vacations with you. Just you and the grandkids. None of the parents. You cut out the middleman because they're not going to let you eat, feed the kids sugar and, sugary cereal and stay up all night. They're not going to let you do that. You have to take the time to ask them about their life. Ask them, in-depth questions. Why are your parents so unfair to you? Sort of thing. Anyway, I think that's a great...
I think one of the benefits of being a grandparent is that you come in and you kind of leave. You swoop in for a little bit, you play, and then you go back home.
But wouldn't it be fun to have kids for like a week, like kids that were young and fun,
yes,
and like you could do all the fun things with?
I cannot wait.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
Okay,
I mean, I can wait.
You're going to have to wait. Because I'm not there yet. Sorry, I'm just not there.
In other news, head lice outbreaks. What do you think the culprit is?
Clean hair. Summer camp.
Selfies.
All right, you get away from me, audience members.
Selfies. Yes, they spread it, and they spread the lice. So stop doing that. If I take a selfie with you today, don't be offended if I don't touch your hair with my hair.
Selfies.
But
they say the cleaner the hair, the more the lice.
It.
Yeah, because for years, people who had lice as kids, everybody's like, ew, dirty, blah, blah. But the reality is the cleaner the hair, the easier it is for the lice to jump.
They're also saying that during the pandemic, people were separated, so there wasn't some high levels of outbreaks. But now that the world is back together, it's getting back to some
Well, welcome back, lice.
We missed you. Lice.
Do you remember? I would be so diligent. Lola would come home from summer camp, and it's like
I would have all the kids say, "All right, lice check, come here," and I would get in their heads with a flashlight, a magnifying glass, spend maybe 60 seconds, be like, "All right, next." Did you see her attempt at a joke when they were like, when he's like, when Mark is doing his tremendous skill set, is showing us his tremendous skill set of acting, where he reads off a piece of paper that another employee printed out of a printer or another employee cut out of a newspaper and just hands to him, and then he reads. Isn't that a great job? And he says, what's the number 1 contributor to lice? Selfies. And then she looks at the camera and she thinks, I got this great idea for something funny. And then she shows us her brilliant improvising he goes, selfies. And she goes, well, all you better stay away from me then. Like, stop taking pictures of me. Like, I'm going to tell the world because I have so many people want to take selfies with me because I'm famous. Well, all you stay away from me then. That's so funny.
Wouldn't it be fun to have kids for like a week?
Yeah, who's going to be first? So, Joaquin, how would you feel if your 21-year-old son says, I got to go pregnant? it's a young age to be a parent, but you know what? A little more likely, yes, that they would, because I think they both know that even if it's an accident, they know mommy and daddy have more than enough money. They know that you'll float them like $500,000 or $1 million to get them started. They're not going to have to struggle and pick up 3 jobs and to save money for a crib. I could see you going to FAO Schwartz and coming back with $5,000 worth of stuffed animals and toys, going to some boutique place online and spending $10,000 on cribs and safety stuff and little baby changing stations and a diaper bag and all this stuff, right? And they know that. They know that even they're never going to be they're always going to be able to take a kid because mom and dad have more than enough money to, we're struggling. You'll give them an annual stipend of $100,000 probably. So I think you're full of shit.
What are the benefits of being that you come in and you kind of leave. you swoop in for a little bit, you play, and then you go back home.
But wouldn't it be fun to have kids for like a week, like kids that were young and fun, and like you could do all the fun things with?
You know what else would be fun is giving them back, right? I figured if they're just going to repeat old jokes over and over, I might as well just say the lame old joke that's been said hundreds and hundreds of times on network television.
Wait.
That's all you need to do to get noticed.
I mean, I can wait.
You're going to have to wait.
Because Joaquin's too young, Michael isn't seeing anyone, and that leaves Lola, and there's no way my daughter is going to get pregnant in London at the age of 24. No, not with that man.
Have to wait. Because I'm not there yet. Sorry, I'm just not there.
Lice.
In other news, head lice. Head lice outbreaks.
Watch how quick Kelly is with her improv is.
Clean hair.
Doctors.
Summer camp.
Selfies.
Watch Kelly. Here we go with her smart intellect.
Selfies.
All right, you get away from me, audience members.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, I didn't even know that. I don't do selfie. I don't do a selfie like this. I do a selfie like this.
Selfies.
Well, here.
Right, you get away
I don't do a selfie.
You get away from me, audience members.
I don't do a selfie like, see, this is the person. I don't do a selfie like this. Jeez. I do a selfie like this. Like, I don't touch them. And then she couldn't even, she tried to be quick with her timing and get that improvised joke in her head out there, and she fucked it up. Okay, you guys get away. Okay, get away, you audience members. And then she, get away, you audience. Okay, you guys get away, you audience members. And then she laughs at her own joke because she realized no one else is going to laugh at that joke. You know why? Because no one fucking knows that's a joke. You know why? Because it's not a fucking joke.
Head lice outbreaks. What do you think the culprit is?
Clean hair. Summer camp.
Selfies. Selfies.
All right, you get away from me, audience members.
All right, get away. You get away.
Selfies. Yes,
Leave that one.
And they spread it. And they spread the lice. So stop doing that. If I take a selfie with you today, don't be offended if I don't touch your hair with my hair.
Selfies.
Selfies.
But they say the cleaner the hair, the more the lice.
Likes it.
Yeah, because for years, people who had lice as kids, everybody's like, ew, dirty, blah, blah, blah. But the reality is the cleaner the hair, the easier it is for the lice to jump.
They're also saying that during the pandemic, people were separated, so there wasn't some high levels of outbreaks. But now that the world is back together, it's getting...
Can you just fucking say something?
Yeah, because for years, people who had lice as kids, everybody's like, ew, dirty, blah, blah. But the reality is the cleaner the hair, the easier it is for the lice to jump.
They're also saying that during the pandemic, people were separated, so there wasn't some high levels of outbreaks. But now that the world is back together, it's getting back to some pretty...
Well, welcome back, lice.
We missed you. We missed you, lice.
Do you remember? I would be so diligent. Lola would come home from summer camp, and it's like hug, hug, kiss, kiss, and right into the Lysander's chair.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, give her a comb out, and they're like, yep, we found nits. I go, of course you did. Of course you did, because you can't have that many girls congregating together, heads together, bunk to bunk, without
a lice outbreak.
Lice happening somewhere. Yeah. It just happens.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, and then you would be like, burn the house down.
Time to take a shot because Mark
guess what?
finished his life sentence when she didn't need it.
Hit the city. Was it last year or was it a couple years?
Oh, yeah, where they were like, you have to stomp on them and step on them.
They are back.
Yes.
They're back. They're coming. They're coming.
Where are they arriving
from?
December.
I don't know where they're going.
Oh, it's just the month? It's just the time of year?
Yeah.
Lantern fly
season. So if you see them, they're telling you to step on them. I think we're going to be eating some bugs here on the show coming up. Coming up.
We'll find out if those are edible.
We should find out if they're edible.
Yeah. That would be a public service. Don't just waste them.
Yeah, don't just waste them. Yeah. Just like harvest the... No, lady, no.
We'll talk to our bug guy.
What?
Yes.
Yeah. Is that your polite hand?
It's my quiet hand. Why are we eating bugs?
Because that's what we do. I asked.
Good protein.
Good protein. I'll eat them. You don't have to eat them. I'll eat them.
Yeah.
No, I've eaten them for years on the show. I'm just every year I go back to asking the question, why are we eating bugs on the show?
I'm here now. I'll eat all the bugs. I love bugs.
Okay, good for you. So, do you know about teen boys are chewing? This is what's so funny. This story makes me laugh so much. Teen boys are chewing facial fitness gum to get chiseled jawlines. And let me tell you something. You don't need facial fitness gum. You can just chew gum. Because, as you know, my dentist years ago made me quit gum because my jawline was becoming so developed.
Just let her talk.
He said, do you want to look like Mark? And I was like, well... I mean, Mark is handsome. I'd like to be a handsome woman, but he said that my jaw was becoming my mandibles, yeah. So I quit the gum. So it was hard though, quitting gum. It's my favorite thing to chew.
But I guess there is tougher gum to chew. Is that what this fitness gum is?
I guess
so, but I think all gum does the same thing. You chew it and it develops your mandibles. So just beware, gum chewers out there. You could wind up with a square head like me.
Is that the word of the day, mandibles? Is that the word that makes you guys look smarter than you are?
Households are spending more money on vacations rather than home improvement projects. So people aren't building a lot of pools anymore.
This is the post-pandemic. Remember when everybody was building?
Right. Everyone was at home. Bunkers and things.
I was looking
outdoor kitchen.
On Instagram. People were building roller coasters in their backyard. And I said, who are these people?
They never want to go out again.
Do you build a roller coaster in your backyard?
You know, when we were out in Long Island last weekend, I hadn't been in the pool all weekend. And I looked at it and stared at me and I stared at it. I said, hey, I paid for that. I'm going into the pool. I actually said those words.
You said it out loud. He looks at me and he strips off his shirt and he's in his Speedo.
Oh, come on. Come on.
I'm just giving you a mental picture. And so he looks at me and he goes, I paid for this pool, so I'm getting in it. I go, hey, do you, bro?
I think your wife paid for it. Regis Philbin paid for that pool, known as the Kathy Lee Gifford Splash Around Vaginal Ride.
We've got a huge show today.
Massive.
Now listen to this. From the Real Housewives of New Jersey,
Kathy Lee Gifford
Teresa
water slide.
Giudice is here. Mark is determined to host a peace summit between the warring factions on the Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Peace.
And I said to him, I'm from New Jersey. Stay out of it.
Yeah, because in New Jersey, once you're dead to someone, you're dead. It's like there's dead to you dead, and then there's
You'd rather be dead than dead to me dead.
Right.
You could always come back from the dead. If you're dead to me, there's no resuscitation. Okay?
So that's the vibe in New Jersey.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, sorry. Kate Upton is here as well.
Yeah.
Kate Upton. Yeah.
And Summer Skin Week continues when we learn all about acne and how to treat it. I know how to treat it. Go through menopause.
That's the cause.
It's really the only. I mean, it's a really good benefit. Your skin does turn to dust, but it doesn't break out.
That's right. You've been no blemishes.
Thank you for noticing. Yes.
It's been nice.
Okay. Well, you know what time it is, everyone. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time to play.
All right. Let's say hello to Frank Nedza from Cameron Park, California, who watches the show on KCRA. Good morning, Frank. How are you?
Good morning, live from California.
Early morning for you, Frank. Are you usually up this early?
I don't think anybody's up this early.
Oh, we are.
The call was like before 6 o'clock and the sun was just peeking up.
All right.
And it is hot here.
It's hot. Yeah, I know. It's
like 110. Today, it's going to cool down to 100.
That's perfect for Kelly.
I'll be right there, Frank. What time's the cookout?
Well, the spa opens about 7, cookout probably noon.
All right.
Perfect.
Prime heat time. Hey, Frank, what kind of car is that you're in right now in that photo?
Terrible.
It's a 1949 MG.
That's why
you know MGs are, right?
I condemn that language.
Yes.
Good. You're a car guy, right?
I am a car guy.
No, you're not.
Good.
Yeah, it's a
Now,
great...
can I ask you a question? Are you the car guy who just buys it and drives it? Or are you the car guy who owns that plastic car and you're going to wipe it down and wax it? That's the car guy.
Oh, I'm not that car guy.
You're the car guy that says, hey, you wipe it down.
Yeah. I washed so many cars in my life. I told myself I'll never mow another lawn or wash another car ever again.
But you did it in your life. Yeah. You started somewhere.
Every now and then I do wash a car because it is fun. It's actually fun.
Yeah.
Why did you look at me like that?
I'm just trying to think of the last time I saw you wash a car.
You were inside. It's been a while. All right, listen, Frank. I'll ask the questions around here. Okay. You know how this game works. You've given us 2 statements. One's true, one's a lie. I have 60 seconds to decide which is the truth, and if you stump me, you'll win this. Here are Frank's 2 statements. I have raced in 2 classic car races.
And I have busted Mark Consuelos for lying about washing his car. One thing I like about Kelly, she's not going to let him lie to the public to create this inflated image of who he really is. Did you hear me when he said, are you a car guy? He goes, yeah, you're a car guy, right? He goes, yeah. I'm like, no, you're not. But see, this is the way Mark thinks. He'll say, what's your definition of a knows guy? So when he says, well, you don't wax your car and wipe it and wash it and do all that, so you're not a car guy. He goes, oh, well, then I'm not that car guy, right? But he knows he's not a car guy, but he just says yes. Why not? Want what's behind door number 2? Yes. And then when it's not what he wanted, he goes, oh, well, that's not what I meant. I thought you meant number 2, like poo. You know. And then Kelly goes, I'm just looking at you. She's like, why are you looking at me? He's like, I'm just trying to think the last time I saw you wash a car. He goes, you were inside. She basically said, he doesn't fucking wash his car. He's like, it is kind of nice to wash your car. She said, he's full of shit. She basically told you, you're so full of shit. Stop lying. Stop telling people you wash your car and it's disappreciated. Stop. Even if you think you're just trying to identify with your audience member or the caller, don't lie. She's like calling him a liar. She's like, he's full of shit. She knows he's a liar. She probably has to check him a lot. Because he's a compulsive liar. Because he feels like he has to lie to survive. Because if he was honest about who he is and how he really is and what he feels, he would never survive in this world. He don't have the tools. He has to lie to people to get them on his side to help him. because he can't take care of himself. He's never been. That's why he started fucking dating Kelly, because he needed someone to do his laundry and cook for him like his mommy. Then once the money started rolling in because of the All My Children episode arc, he stayed with her because the money. If she got fired after like season 2 of All My Children or season 3, her second or third season, and then she was having trouble getting work, he would have dumped her because she's not putting money in his pocket. But the money was there 3, 4, 5 years, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, I'm going to marry this girl because I'm going to live a rich lifestyle. He's a fucking gold digger. He really is. He's the equivalent of a male gold digger. And he knew he wasn't a car guy, too. When he said he's a car guy, he knew he was full of shit. You know? So when the guy goes, well, then you're not really a car guy. He goes, well, I'm not that car guy. But he'll say, but you never said what defines a car guy. In my opinion, a car guy is someone that likes cars. I like cars. That's like someone saying they're a chef because they make fucking grilled cheese with like ham. Oh, you're a foodie, right? Yeah, I'm a foodie. Now, my definition of foodie is someone who likes to eat food. We all know that's not true, and I know that, but that's what I'm going to say. You're a foodie, right? Oh, so you're the type of guy that goes to a farm stand and and tries to buy like local produce and use like the best ingredients, and you use like techniques, and you like make like restaurant dishes at home, and you're like, oh no, I don't do any of that. I just like eating. Then you're not a food guy. Oh, okay, I'm not that food. Then I'm not a foodie, I guess. I thought a foodie was just, if you don't know what a foodie is, then you're not one. If you don't know what entails being a car guy, then you're not one. No, I don't rub it with a diaper and wax it. Well, then why'd you say you're a car guy? Well, because I like to drive them. And plus, that's what real men say. Real men like cars. I have to say I like cars. I like, my favorite car is a Porsche. What kind of engine? Oh, I don't know anything about Porsche. Then you're not a car guy. A car guy knows about the engines, the Hemi, the size of the rims, how, what all the fuel injection and all that shit. I'm not a car guy. But Mark is going to say yes. You know why? Because he didn't expect a follow-up. He's just like, yeah, I'm a car guy. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm a man. I like cars, right? And plus, everyone on TV will think, oh, Mark's a car guy. Then he said, so let me give you a test. And he failed the test. He says, shit. Yeah, no, I'm not a car guy then. Sorry, I didn't expect the follow-up. I'm just a car guy because I like looking at cars and I drive them. That's bullshit. He's such a fucking liar. And then he comes up with more bullshit like a con artist to cover up when he gets busted with his first lie. He comes up with the second lie. And he'll keep on lying and lying. He's like the guy that did Firefest. One little lie to get a little money, and then that doesn't work out. So then he lies to someone else to cover up that first lie. And he tries to get more money, and then that doesn't work out. So now he has to lie to someone else to get more money to make up for the money he lost from the other person because he used that second person's money to pay for the first person's money. And it's a snowball effect. All of a sudden, he's lying 35 times in a matter of an hour, all to cover up the lie before that didn't pan out for him. And then finally, he figures eventually someone will fall for one lie, and then I'm in the clear. And then all the people that know I'm a liar just never talk to them again, and I reset my life.
I do wash a car because it is fun. It's actually fun.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Why did you look at me like that?
I'm just trying to think of the last time I saw
That's
you.
right. You tell the world. Tell my fucking husband doesn't wash cars. We don't even have a car in New York City. I mean, I bet they do. I bet their mansion comes with parking space. There's a parking garage in Manhattan for them where they live. Trust me. That comes but they do. But still, even in Manhattan, he drives in the back of a seat. He has a driving service.
Honor wash another car ever again.
But he did it.
Look at him.
Right. He started somewhere.
Every now and then I do wash a car because it is fun. It's actually fun.
No, it's not. Every now and then.
Why did you look at me like that?
I'm just trying
See how he uses the term every now and then? Again, another vague term that has no specific definition
I'm just
to
trying to think
protect
of the
himself
last
when someone busts him and calls him on his bullshit. Every now and then, I like to wash a car. When was the last time you rode a car? Well, I washed a car, 14 years ago. So you just got through. So you got through saying that you like to wash cars. That every now and then you like to. You like to wash cars. And it's like, yeah, I said every now and then. Well, my definition of every now and then is like once a decade. So I wasn't lying because I created a term that has no specific definition. And then I just made up its own definition. So see, I'm not lying. See what the fuck he does? He just says some random shit, makes a vague term. And then when he gets busted, he creates his own definition for that vague term because there is no specific definition of the term. Because if there was, then it wouldn't be vague. The statement wouldn't be vague. Fucking liar. Just a fucking slime ball. Like, this is really the guy you do not want your daughter to fucking marry. And this fucking bitch fell for him hook, line, and sinker because he's brown with muscles. Give me a break. Talk about Napoleon syndrome. Like, you're fucking short and insecure. You're fucking weigh 85 pounds. You have a flat chest and a chubby face. No confidence. Just go for the fucking guy at work. That's convenient. Talk about lazy. Fucking Jersey. Lazy.
I'm just trying to think of the last time I saw you wash your car.
I thought
You were inside.
inside my ass. I thought Bruce Springsteen in Jersey was all about hard workers. Blue collar, hardworking New Jersey.
Okay. You know how this game works. You've given us two statements. One's true, one's a lie. I have 60 seconds to decide which is the truth, and if you stump me, you'll win this. Here are Frank's two statements. I have raced in 2 classic car races, or I owned a limousine service. So some would say this picture that you sent to me could be a red herring. All right, tell me something about your limousine service. How many cars? What did you have in your fleet of limousines?
I'm gonna say, okay, BLT, yum, with cucumber. Yes, I like cucumber in my BLT. Fuck off. I've raced in 2 classic car races. Doubt it. But again, what defines a classic car race? Is it classic where he's from in his part of California? It's a county car race where like 10 cars, but it's probably a classic car race where it's a race with classic cars. So it's a 1937 Pontiac. It's not speed cars. Probably got to be like from 1942 or older or something, because they know like you can't really soup that up to go 100 miles an hour. I could see that though, because he did drive in a classic car. You say red herring, I don't think he even thought of that. I think he just realized, oh shit, I just sent him that picture of me in the car. But here's the thing. Does that mean he races? No, he doesn't. I think he does race, but maybe he hasn't been in 2. He's been in 3. He's been in 4. He owned a limousine service. I could see that in California. I'm going to say right off the bat that he owned a limousine service, and that's how he made his money to be able to move to where he is. The race in 2 classic car races, either he hasn't raced and that whole picture was a setup, or a red herring, dun, 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 yeah, or he has raced in classic car races, but more than 2 or less than 2. Let's watch The Genius. I wonder why they don't make him like Secretary of Education or something.
What did
teach
you
our
have in
children?
Your fleet of limousines.
Well, we did a lot of airport runs. I had a couple of Cadillac stretches, and most of them were like 4-door sedans. It was more of it was like a perfect taxi car, but we made a lot of money.
Okay, any white limousines?
Matter of fact, all our cars were white with American flag on the fender with a number, and then when you got off the airport, you go look for a car with a white car with American flag, number 10 or 54 or whatever.
That's all a lie. That's all a lie. You could tell him his speech is slower. He starts stuttering. He's fidgeting around trying to figure out his lie on the top of his head. He's a very terrible liar, but he's better than Kelly. Not better than Mark. I think he did own a limousine service. I do think that's the truth. And I think everything was correct. But once the guy said white, then he started to switch it up and said, I'll lie and be like, in fact, they were all white. And we used to have an American flag with a number. And we'd say, hey, look for the number. And that's all bullshit. I don't know why he tried to switch and throw in a lie while he was telling the truth. But maybe he's trying to think. Maybe he realized, oh, shit, I'm being very, very specific and very quick with my answers about the limousine service. Maybe I'm giving it away. So now I'll tell a lie to throw him off. Who knows? But I think the limousine's true. The car races are no. He doesn't look like a racer. He looks like someone who watches the car race and eats corn the long way.
Number 10 or 54 or whatever.
Okay. Tell me about the 2 classic car races you raced in, and what kind of cars were you in?
They're all 1949 or 1950 MGs, and it was in Laguna Seca, California, which is kind of next in the Pacific Grove area.
Yeah, I know. That's a great track.
Yeah.
Laguna Seca.
How do you know
Dry
that?
river. Or dry, yeah, Laguna. What does that mean? Anyway.
You're so full of shit.
How did I know that? I know the track. It's a very famous track. Laguna Seca.
They don't even care about
Okay.
your job.
Dry lagoon. Okay. See, I think you try to throw me off with this photo. Or did you think that I would think that you were trying to throw me off with this photo? So I'm gonna say that you raced.
He is talking just the way I talk, as if he's watched my videos. He's telling me I've said that in dozens and dozens and dozens of videos, probably maybe over 100 videos, if not at least 60, where I always say that either you think that I'm going to think you're lying, or you know that I'm going to think you're lying, so therefore you tell me the truth, because I'm just going to assume it's a lie and say the opposite. So I think, so did you do that because you think you'd fool me? Or did you know that I would be fooled by a picture and I would double question it? So is it reverse psychology, or are you trying to reverse psychology? Do you think? You know what I mean? Did you put that picture in to fool me into thinking that you raced classic car races? So that way I would pick classic car races, and the truth is it's a limousine service? Or do you anticipate that I would think that, and you put that in knowing that you have raced in classic car races, and that I'll see that and I'll say, well, look, he's driving a classic car in the picture. Therefore, the car races is the truth, but that's what he wants me to think. So the car race is a lie. And I'll say the truth is you own a limousine service. They'll say, nope, it was the classic car races. You know, sometimes you either try to fool someone, or, you know, if they think reverse psychology and they try to play a game of chess, like they got the mindset of, like, if Mark has a mindset of, you're trying to get me, they're always going to make it a game of chess. Well, in that case, sometimes you have the answer right in front of their face. You know what I mean? Name something on the menu that starts with the letter S. I'm thinking of. And in big letters, the first thing you see is salad. But someone says that's too obvious. They want me to say salad so I can be eliminated. Then they start looking and looking and looking and looking. And time goes up. Ooh, sorry, the answer was salad. And they're like, well, what the hell? That's so obvious. Exactly. I've said this on all my past videos. I mean, going back to season 1 with, well, no, not with Mark, or not with Ryan. Well, season one with Mark. I think maybe even like the first few times they did this, I realized that's his pattern of trust and his pattern of thought. And I almost like I figured out his algorithm, how his brain works, how he approaches these games, his thinking process. He either thinks someone's trying to trick him, or he automatically thinks someone's stupid and it's easy. And sometimes he outthinks himself, which only idiots fucking do. Oh my God.
Dry river or Laguna. What does that mean?
Laguna.
Anyway,
Laguna. I mean, it's a fucking Laguna. Maybe it's Spanish for lagoon, but what does that mean? If it's a Spanish word and you're fucking Mexican, how do you not know what fucking Laguna means? This guy. I mean, I don't know, but I never claimed to fucking speak Spanish.
Pacific Grove area.
Yeah, I know. That's a great track.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Laguna Seca.
How do you know
Dry
that?
river or Laguna. What does that mean? Anyway, how did I know that? I know the track. It's a very famous track. Laguna Seca.
Okay.
Dry lagoon. Okay. See, I think you try to throw me off with this photo. Or did you think that I would think that you were trying to throw me off with this photo? So I'm going to say that you raced in 2 classic car races.
Well, Mark, I like you. I hate to do this to you, but you lose. You are wrong, Mark. Oh, I don't want to get that, but that's too hard.
And check this shit out. Check this shit out. Common sense, simple logic. Within 10 seconds, I went to Limousine, confirmed it. I gotta tell you, I'm like over 60% the last like 70 times. Maybe not, maybe 70 times. Maybe the last like 50 times. Because they had that whole break where they were doing reruns. But the reruns, still, the beginning segment was the same. But I stopped keeping track during the break. But, you know, he overthinks it. He overthinks it. Just think about where he's living, what the cost of living is, and what are the chances of him owning a limousine service that could pay for that. Sounds true. The chances that he's running races, well, not a lot of people drive races. What percentage of Americans race cars in any form? And then what percentage of Americans own their own business? The number's higher with that. Go with the odds. It's that fucking simple. But no, this guy has to bust out a calculator, and the first thing he'll do with the calculator is fucking ask it, "Hey, calculator, how do I spell calculator?" And Kelly will be like, "That's not a phone, it's a calculator." And he'll be like, "But calculators are on phones."
So I'm going to say that
Hello? Texas Instruments?
raced in 2 classic car races.
Are you in California, Texas?
Well, Mark, I like you. I hate to do this to you, but you lose. You are wrong, Mark. Oh.
You see what he said? The first thing he says is, "I think that's a red herring." Right away, the first instinct he says, "I think it's a red herring," meaning, I think that you get me that picture with you in a classic car just to make me think that you race cars, so I'll guess you race cars, when the truth is that you own a limousine service. But I think you did that on purpose, knowing I would do that. But instead of just saying it's a red herring, I think you own the limousine services. But no, but then maybe you think, because he's thinking, if I can basically say that you guess that you anticipated that I would think that's a red herring. And so instead of giving me the red herring, so that way I'll guess limousine, you gave me the red herring, so that way I'll think you knew that it was a red herring, and I'll guess limousine when really it wasn't. And he talks himself out of it. What the fuck is going on? What's going on here, people? What the fuck is this shit? What the fuck is this shit? This fucking TV station. Fuck Mickey Mouse.
You knew that I was going to think that, right?
I was working on it. Now, hey, be kind of.
Well, truth be told, I just figured all I got to do is give you the shovel, and you're just. Well, truth be told, I figured all I had to do was just give you a gun and a shovel, and you'll take care of the job yourself. You kind of overthink things and screw yourself a lot. So, I just figured eventually somehow you'll mind fuck yourself. You know, here's the gun, here's a shovel, and I'll just walk away. You'll be like, "What's this for?" In 20 minutes, I'll come back. You'll be dead and in your own hole and everything, and I'll be like, "Okay." You tend to bury yourself. You know what? I didn't really plan on whether you would think that, or if you didn't think that, or if you would think that and know that I would think you would think that. I didn't do that. I just figured if I send a picture of me in a car and one of the clues about a car, it's like I'll just give you the shovel and a gun, and you'll take care of it yourself. It's like, go whack that guy. I don't even got to shoot you. I just got to give you a gun and a shovel, and I'll just walk away and come back, and you'll end up doing it to yourself. How? I don't know. You just have a way of screwing yourself over. You think you're smarter than you are, so you end up outsmarting yourself, but the person that you're outsmarting is not smart, but you think he's smart, so you don't even know. Am I smart or dumb or in the middle or what? You don't have no idea. So less is more with you. Just be quiet, and you'll sabotage yourself. You do it all the time.
Say that you.
That's the truth about this guy, Mark.
Oh, I don't want to get that, but that's too hard. I was just better to do it.
You knew that I was going to think that, right?
I was working on it. Now, hey, be kind to me. This is really early. I never want anything. So I need the whole deal.
Oh, well, listen, congratulations. You won that mug and you won that t-shirt. Fair and square.
You know what I the first time ever, I looked to Showwise to see the disgusted look on her face. And she really is
She's disgusted with me
when you talk yourself out of the answer.
I know. It feels like I'm a little kid again in the math class. All right, let's see if we can win you a valuable trip. It's time for sensational.
Good thing as a little kid in math class, you had a teacher, you had Mr. Mitchell, who fucking thought your butthole was cute. Thank God in math class you had a little Veronica that had a crush on you and able to smile at her and get her to do your homework in exchange for taking her to third base heaven. And then, of course, when she wanted third base heaven, you started sucking her ear, and you're like, "That's what I thought it was." Anyway, thanks for the B+, Veronica.
Travel trivia.
Now we dance, and you. Jesus Christ, 75, good enough for me. And now you guys rate me on a scale of 1 to 100. Shut up. And now I dance, and you grade me on how similar I am. Where the fuck is the remote? You know what? Where is everything? Where the fuck is everything? I hate this fucking life. Now I dance, and you grade me on a scale of 1 to 100 how much I resemble the dancer on TV. Not how good I am, how much I mimic him or her. So I'll go first.
That's Corey Crew from Blaine, Washington. Great job.
That's what we do.
Corey looks like he's...
Well, that was fucked up. You got to remember, we're facing 180, and I went to the Mark Consuelo School of Math.
That's Corey Crew from Blaine, Washington. Great job.
Corey looks like my next son-in-law. I think, oh, well, Lola's got a boyfriend. No, I'm talking about for Michael. Anyway, 1 to 100. No. And then look at this guy, some fucking pervert here peeking out in the background to check out this guy's ass, Corey's ass.
That's Corey Crew from Blaine, Washington. Great job. Corey looks like he's forced to be here, no? Like, did you lose some sort of bet or something?
No, I'm just a good dancer.
Oh.
Corey, you're about what? Just right near the border of Canada there. Yeah, right there on the border. Yeah. I used to have my P.O. box in Blaine.
No one gives a fuck.
Hey, we'll just...
box in Blaine. Okay. All right. Yeah.
We'll
Do you think that makes you cool and popular? Like, you're so thirsty for acceptance from strangers.
He really is like an onion. Every day, a new layer is peeled away, and we find out that Mark had a P.O. box. Deja, spin that wheel to see what else Frank's playing for, okay? All right, you're playing for a trip for two to the Fairmont Maya Coba Resort in Riviera Maya, Mexico. 7 days, 6 nights. It's all inclusive. It's a prize valued at $9,400. You have 20 seconds and only one guest. Good luck, Frank.
All right, Frank, here we go. We've had Caroline Ray on the show. At what museum did Caroline say she was when she was recognized for being a television star?
The Negro League Museum Hall of Fame.
I got all the other answers. Like question. This was not supposed to come up.
Yeah, I know.
I watched that show too.
I know. I blame Shirley. This is a tough one.
Smithsonian.
It's a tough one.
Museum of Hair and Makeup.
What museum?
Museum.
Museum, yeah.
Mexican American Museum. The San Antonio Alamo Museum.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
The pussy
It was
sucking.
the Uffizi.
Yeah, the Uffizi.
Uffizi.
The Uffizi. Oh, did I get it on time?
I was from Chicago. I'm thinking of all the Chicago museums. I couldn't think of one.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm from Chicago. You couldn't think of the Field Museum or the Museum of Science and Natural History?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't.
Yeah, it was the Uffizi. The Uffizi.
I was from Chicago. I'm thinking of all the Chicago museums. I couldn't think of one.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm sorry, but you got the mug and the T-shirt.
Yeah. Okay.
What the fuck's going on, man? Are they swearing? Oh my god, here we go. I'm gonna have to fucking unplug this whole fucking thing again. Yeah, we'll just fucking do that now. We'll just do that now. Anyways, just fast forward through the fucking next like 5 minutes of the video. You'll get back on the fucking show in like 5 seconds. And if you're not smart enough to know that, then that's your fucking problem. Oh. I don't want to put raw pork in the fridge overnight. This type of bread with all this flour on the outside, this shit will get moldy in like 3 days if you're not careful, depending on the temperature of your kitchen.
hostilities toward one another since the end of World War II. I'm going to move and see that we can expand it. You know, the only thing age does is help you with it, creates a little bit of wisdom if you pay attention. And so the point I'm making is, I think it's important that if a neurologist tells me he thinks I need another exam, and by the way, I've laid every bit of the record out. I hadn't a thing. You ought to ask Trump for his, okay? I laid it all out. And every single day I'm surrounded by good docs. If they think there's a problem, I promise you, or even if they don't think it's a problem, they think I should have a neurological exam again, I'll do it. But no one's suggesting that to me now. And I'll ask you another question. No matter what I did, no one's going to be satisfied. Did you have 7 docs? Did you have 2? Who'd you have? Did you do this? How many times did? So I am not opposed if my doctors tell me I should have another neurological exam, I'll do it. But that's where I am. Haley Bull, Scripps.
Thank you, Mr. President. You said you're making decisions on a day-to-day basis when you have not closed the door on further considering lifting restrictions for U.S.-made weapons inside Russia. And if I may,
Yeah. Who gives a shit? They both fucking suck balls. One gets my left, one gets my right nut, and I fucking spread the jizz equally on both their faces.
Museum, yeah.
The Uffizi.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was the Uffizi. The Uffizi.
I was from Chicago. I'm thinking of all the Chicago museums. I couldn't think of one.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm sorry, but you got the mug and the T-shirt. Yeah.
Okay. You stumped Mark, and nobody can take that away from you. And listen, there's more good news. You're now going to be entered into our grand prize drawing for a Caribbean vacation valued at approximately $14,000. And now, you and a lucky member of our studio audience will each receive a $500 gift card to Fandango. So please pick a number between 1 and 164.
Well, I'm going to use my age, 75.
75. When we return, Teresa Giudice is here. Stick around.
Still ahead on Live, we continue Summer Skin Week when we learn all about acne. Kate Upton. And coming up next from the Real Housewives of New Jersey, Teresa Giudice.
You can feel it when your dream becomes a pursuit. And with vitiligo, the pursuit for your pigment is no exception. It's time you had a proven choice to help restore what's yours. Opzelura is the first and only FDA-approved prescription treatment for non-segmental vitiligo, proven to help repigment skin over time.
What's that? You want to go back to the Biden speech? I bet he said number 39 for his car, the 1939 car. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
2 classic car races you raced in, and what kind of cars were you in?
They're all 1949 or 1950 MGs, and it was in
What did he say that I was looking for?
I had a couple Cadillac stretches, and most of them.
I don't know.
She saw what?
What's up with your hair? It's not 1983. Why are you looking like Mary Elizabeth Master Antonio in motherfucking Scarface? You look like Al Pacino's sister. Dude, tell her it's not the fucking early 80s. I don't know what the fuck that girl's doing. That's a little too plastic for me. She's a good-looking girl, but that's too much fake hair, fake dye, fake hair dye, fake hair color, fake face, too much lipstick, fake tan, fake skin, fake hair color.
We have been watching her real-life dramas play out for 15 years on The Real Housewives of New Jersey. This season has been the most explosive one yet. Looks perfectly normal to me. Please welcome to the show, Teresa Giudice. Suffragette outfit you are wearing. Very chic. How's your summer been?
Beautiful. Yeah.
What you been
relaxing.
Doing? Relaxing.
Yeah, just relaxing. We're not filming. The show's on right now.
Yes.
So I have the summer off.
So have you been watching the show?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes.
So Mark wants to create a peace summit.
With who?
Well, let's just start. We'll start small.
Well, I did Jackie.
Jackie, that's good.
Yes, Jackie.
And how did that go? And what did you do to? What transpired in your mind to say, you know what, it's time?
Like you guys, I'm watching the show now, and I see that she actually saw the light with Margaret. Mm-hmm. She saw what was happening, and she, had this epiphany on her own, not like me telling her, come on my team. She saw what Margaret was actually doing, and she's like, you know what? I had Teresa all wrong.
Did she reach out to you? Did you reach out to her?
It happened organically, like you're seeing it, I swear, on TV.
Oh, okay.
It just happened that way.
Met and it's like a weight lifted off you, right?
I mean, listen, I don't mean like I take back what I did to her. I didn't know she was going to take it the way she did.
Right.
I was only coming really from a girl place. Like,
right.
I was trying to tell her this rumor's out there, put a stop to it. And I didn't know she was going to take it.
She killed the messenger.
Yes. And you know what I loved? That when I said sorry to her husband saw that that I was sincere, that it was coming from a good place. So that's how we can move forward.
But can you move forward? Okay. So I'm going to go in. I'm going in.
Yes, go in.
Can you move forward with your brother and Melissa? And hear me out.
Okay.
We have siblings, and I understand sometimes there is no path forward. But don't you ever think that maybe there could be a path forward if you all just sat down together peacefully outside of the cameras?
We've done that.
I know, but try it one more time.
We've done it. We've done it so many times, Kelly. Mm-hmm. And I mean, you saw my parents, how I was raised.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that, I'm not going to discuss.
Right.
Sure.
That happened. And I just kept my mouth shut because I didn't want to upset my parents. And you know what? Sometimes you just can't go back. Like a lot has happened,
I understand that.
So, I mean.
Do you feel like you're all at peace now?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Well, that's a start.
Yes, we are.
That's great.
Listen, he's happy with his wife and his family and her family. I'm happy with my new husband. Now I got a Mark too.
You got a Mark too?
He's Latino.
Oh.
And I love his family.
Okay.
Yeah. And I feel like I kept saying to the producers in the back, I'm like, if you put Mark and Louie next to each other, I feel like they look like cousins. And he's right there. Yeah.
Okay, go. Wait. Come here. We got to.
Come on, Louie.
Louie, don't be shy. Now's not the time.
Yeah.
Hi there. Welcome.
You want to do it?
Yeah, we're going to do it.
Go next to Mark.
Go next to Mark.
Okay.
He's Puerto Rican. He's Puerto Rican, Dominican, and
Let's see.
I'm like Puerto Rican, Dominican.
Yeah, I see it. I can see it.
I feel like you guys.
I saw you try to really stand it. Mark grew 3 inches that day.
No, I swear, because I'm not just saying this. I love you guys. I always watched you guys growing up, and
well, I said when I watch The Real Housewives of New Jersey, it's like
I'm like, Teresa's my cousin, Melissa's my, like everybody is a representative of somebody. There's somebody in my family that you all represent. So I have a very
the blonde version. I'm the dark version.
I have a very I have a special amount of love for all of you. I really, really do. We have to take a commercial break.
Okay. Yes, when we go back, we're going to ask Teresa if she's coming back to the Real Housewives of New Jersey next season. We all want to know. After this, stick around.
Still ahead, alive, Kate Upton.
It was one thing when my mom got Alzheimer's, but then I started noticing things that seemed off. She developed agitation that may happen with dementia due to Alzheimer's disease.
Tell me I'm working. Oh. Tell me it's a good thing. You know that I got that good thing, baby. Tell me if you want me. You know that I got that good thing. Hey, tell me I'm sick. Tell me I'm sick. Tell me I'm ripped. Tell me I'm ripped. Tell me it's a good thing. You know that I got that good thing, baby. Wow, look how clear her skin is. Must be fucking lots of foundation. Oh, here we go. Come on, boo. Boo, god damn it.
For those taking part in the challenge, participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Now, to take part in this event, you must call. So please, get a pencil and write down the number below. Call us and take the Hearing Life 30-day risk-free challenge.
To find out if you're Joe Biden or not.
I'll go with you a little bit before everybody gets here.
Call this number below and take the 30-day risk-free challenge to find out if you have a penis. And to find out if your dick works with or without my semen.
Came early so that we can chill with you a little bit before everybody gets here. Oh my God, you guys all look fabulous. Have you done a live show before? No, it's my first one. What's the theme? What are we talking about? Our theme is finding my peace. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, and guys, you know, it is hard for me just because, you know, dealing with a lot.
That's the scene from The Real Housewives of New Jersey, and if you're not watching it, you're really missing out on every family reunion in New Jersey. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
I mean, I always go
Especially with Jersey.
I always go back to the table flip. I always go back to it because everybody in the rest of the country was so scandalized, and everybody in New Jersey went,
that's just normal.
New Jersey. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
I mean, I always go
Especially with Jersey.
I always.
And then here's Mark with his fake love.
That's the scene from The Real Housewives of New Jersey, and if you're not watching it, you're really missing out on every family reunion in New Jersey. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
I mean, I always go
Especially with Jersey.
I always go back to the table flip. I always go back to it because everybody in the rest of the country was so scandalized, and everybody in New Jersey went,
That's Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So rumors are that you're considering leaving the show. Are they true?
Really? Who put those rumors out?
I don't know.
Yeah,
You did.
I don't know. Maybe some of my cast members.
Right.
No, I'm not leaving. I started the show, and when Bravo wants me to leave, that's when I'll leave.
Right.
Yeah.
So you were there first.
Yes. I was there
So
first.
there's no reunion this year.
No, we're having something. I don't know what they're calling it.
Okay.
But we are doing something. So so make sure everyone tunes in for that. But I don't know what they're gonna call it.
You don't know what they're gonna call it.
Yeah, because that reunion last year was a doozy.
Yeah, and the thing was, I'm kind of glad we're not doing what we did last year because it's like when you wanted to speak, you know, other people wouldn't let you speak. And it's like, come on, it's like, let us, you know, if we have something to say, let us get our point out and then you speak. So it's like we were talking over.
You know what they could do?
What?
They could turn the people's mics off.
You're right.
Like in the debate. Yeah, that's a good idea.
You know
They should separate people. They should separate people. Put them in like little pods, and then
It's a good idea.
I mean, trust me, I was so angry last year. I was doing the same thing because it's like I wanted to get my point across, but then they were yelling over me. So it's like you know, you can't get your point across the right way when people are yelling at each other.
Been there.
Yeah, I see that.
That's
With who?
He's exactly talking about when he watched the reunion with me. I was like, we're gonna watch this reunion. It's gonna be really good. He watched it with me and he goes, this is like talking to you. So we got to talk about your Photoshop fail. It is my favorite thing ever because it's, I mean, you obviously were sending a birthday message.
Correct. I was like, oh my God, it's Lars's birthday.
So let's see the picture.
Look how Kelly is trying to, like, as they say in the courtroom, lead the witness. She's trying to lead the witness. She is the defense. She is the defense counselor. Teresa's the defendant. And she is fucking leading the witness by saying things like, now, obviously, basically rearranging, asking her question in a way where all Teresa has to do is say, yes. Let's talk about the Photoshop fail because everyone's giving you shit and I love you and I'm going to try to help you get out of this with some PR bullshit. So, obviously, you were just trying to send a birthday card, right? And then she's like, obviously, you were just trying to send a birthday card, right? Right? And, yes, that's all I was doing. Objection, leading the witness. Fuck you. No. What the fuck you talking about, leading the witness? I'll fuck you up, Yana. But she obviously, you could tell they talked about it. This is the story we're going with. I was trying to send a birthday message. I thought it'd be cute to put, make a little homemade card of me and another girl, Larsa, on the beach. Like, we're making a homemade postcard and saying, hey, happy birthday. That's all I did. I took a picture. I wasn't trying to deceive people and make them think that we were on the beach. I wasn't lying. I was trying to make like a homemade postcard, if you would, or a homemade birthday card. So I figured, well, if I could use technology and take a beach and then put our images on it and then write happy birthday, I just figured, what the hell? I'm just utilizing technology. The thing is, I'm old and I'm not good with technology. So I tried my best and I said, oh, fuck it. It's just a message for friends. And I put it on Instagram, but it wasn't no caption like, oh, just sit here on the beach for the last 8 days. It was a happy birthday thing. So now everyone's thinking I'm trying to deceive them by trying to pretend I'm on a beach, trying to keep up with this fake lifestyle or anything, like this fake lifestyle, like, hey, I'm really rich and look at this. No, I just, if anything, make fun of me because I'm bad at photoshopping, which is fine, but I'm not trying to deceive anyone and try to trick people to thinking I'm at the beach when I'm not. What? We got a beach in Jersey.
I mean, trust me, I was so angry last year. I was doing the same thing because it's like I wanted to get my point across, but then they were yelling over me. So it's like you can't get your point across the right way.
Watch how she leads the witness. Now, you were just trying to send, and she talks slowly too, like she's Biden. You were just trying to send a birthday card, right?
When he watched the reunion with me, I was like, we're going to watch this reunion. It's going to be really good. He watched it with me and he goes,
I want to masturbate on your face.
So we got to talk about your Photoshop fail. It is my favorite thing ever.
No, it's not.
Because it's...
No one says that. No one says your failure is my favorite thing, and the person that failed accepts it and says thank you.
Message.
Correct.
How many times have someone ever said to you, oh, let's talk about you falling down and cracking your head open on the cement. It's my favorite thing ever to watch is you failing and is you hurting yourself. And then you laugh and say, thank you. Thank you so much for that. No, you don't do that. What you're trying to do is make them think like, now you were trying to, now you didn't just trip and fall like a klutz. You were trying to do a stunt. Isn't that right? Yes. Oh, I love the way you failed. That's my favorite thing. And then she smiles and says, thank you. That doesn't exist in real life. See, this is where you stump Mark. This is where you say, that's a lie. This is easy, people.
He's exactly talking about it. When he watched the reunion with me, I was like, we're going to watch this reunion. It's going to be really good. He watched it with me and he goes, this is like talking to you. So we got to talk about your Photoshop fail. It is my favorite thing ever because it's, I mean, you obviously were sending a birthday message.
Correct. I was like, oh my God, it's Lars's birthday.
So let's see the picture.
Yeah.
So
great shot.
Yeah, to me it's a great shot. But to me, it also looks deliberate. Did you deliberately make it look like a Photoshop?
Well, it was her birthday. I was scrambling. I'm like, oh my God, it's her birthday. I have to post a picture for her. You know, we're really close. And then I was like looking, and the first picture I picked was, that was the only picture I came across. I'm like, oh, great, summer. I just didn't like the background.
Right.
And I called my assistant /
Social media person.
And she's like, I'm in Mexico. I'm like, perfect. Take a picture of the beach. Yeah. I'm like, that's perfect. We're wearing bikinis.
Right.
I'm like, put it like that. So it's our actual photo. We're just in a different place. Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise known as photoshopping. That's what photoshopping is. You're putting yourself in different places. I didn't Photoshop. I just took a picture of us and put us in a different place. That's called photoshopping. Is this what all of Jersey is like? Can't we just give half to fucking Pennsylvania and half to New York and go down to 49 states?
She's like, I'm in Mexico.
And if you got to keep it because of all the stars, make Puerto Rico a state and give half of Jersey to New York, half of Jersey to Philly, or half of Jersey to Pennsylvania.
Social media person. And she's like, I'm in Mexico. I'm like, perfect. Take a picture of the beach. Yeah. I'm like, that's perfect. We're wearing bikinis.
Right.
I'm like, put it like that. So it's our actual photo.
Look how Kelly's trying. While Teresa's talking, Kelly's trying too hard to help her, being like, yeah. And Teresa's like, yeah. So I was like, great. That's perfect. I was like, great. That's perfect. And even Mark's in there. So I called my assistant / and Mark's like, a social media person. Yeah. Yes. Like they're trying to help her out too much. Like there's Mark again, filling in the woman's sentence. Got to finish the sentence for her because she can't do it by herself. Why don't you shut the fuck up and let the adult talk? And then she says, great, you're in Mexico. Take a picture of the beach. And Kelly's like, yeah, because then you could use it. Yeah. This is so Italian. This is like the bullshit part of Italians.
Came across. I'm like, oh, great, summer. I just didn't like the background.
Right.
And I called my assistant /
social media manager. Yeah,
and
we talked
like,
about
I'm
this
in
back.
Mexico. I'm like,
Dude,
perfect.
you could tell they all came up with this story and it's almost like the cops arrest you. The cops are coming to arrest you when you rob a bank, and before the cops come in to put the cuffs, all three of the bank robbers get together and try to get their story straight because they know you're going to pull us apart. So let's make sure we get our story straight. All three of them were backstage making sure they get their story straight for the explanation. So now when she fucks up and she forgets the lie she's supposed to tell, there's fucking Mark ready to save her ass and tell her and remind her what the lie is. Social media person. Yes, exactly. That's right. And you know what I mean?
It's her birthday. I was scrambling. I'm like, oh my God, it's her birthday. I have to post a picture for her. You know, we're really close. And then I was like looking, and the first picture I picked was, that was the only picture I came across. I'm like, oh, great, summer.
It was the first picture.
I just didn't like the background.
Right.
And I called my assistant / social media person. She's like, I'm in Mexico.
Look at Teresa. Look how much she's fidgeting. She's moving her hands all over the place. She's fidgeting. She's stuttering. She fucking tried to deceive people. She got busted, and now she's fucking sweaty like a fucking whore in church. Swear to God, she looks guilty as fuck about something. She knows she got busted. She
her
knows she
birthday.
got
I was
busted.
scrambling. I'm like, oh my God, it's her birthday. I have to post a picture for her. You know, we're really close. And then I was like looking, and the first picture I picked was, that was the only picture I came across. I'm like, oh, great, summer. I just didn't like the background.
Right.
And I called my assistant / social media person.
Let me interrupt you.
She's like, I'm in Mexico.
Mexico
I'm like,
country.
Take a picture of the beach. Yeah. I'm like, we're wearing bikinis.
Right.
I'm like, put it like that. So it's our actual photo. We're just in a different place. Yeah. We're in Mexico, and now we're all over the world.
Well, I mean, let's take a look.
We're in the pyramids.
Great. I love it. Amazing, incredible. Of course. Yeah. We actually have a favorite one.
Where's the volleyball court? I'm sure they got to have a volleyball court already built there. Ready for a few weeks.
Great. I love it. Amazing, incredible. Of course. Yeah. We actually have a favorite one of our personal favorite is when you.
Oh, I love that.
We were here a few days ago. Remember when you were here?
Yes.
That was fun. Thank you. We always love when you
Tomorrow live from the series Claim to Fame, Kevin and Franklin Jonas.
Fabulous.
Thank you.
Thank you. What do you look like when you don't have your hair dyed an artificial color and your skin tan an artificial color and you actually fucking put glasses on and you wear shitty clothes? Because I've seen that. Not that great. What is this, like American fucking Housewife or some shit?
Options available. That's 800-421-7325 or visit permaseal.net.
There are 11 of you now, but there is a twist. Only 10 of you will be able to design for our first guest, JoJo Siwa. After this first challenge, one of you will be going home.
I love JoJo Siwa. I love how colorful she is, but I can't believe I came all the way here and I might not get to design for an artist. I cannot go home first. This is crazy.
Ooh. All right. She's a supermodel, an actress, and that was a clip of her as a host of the new Hulu reality competition series, Dress My Tour. Please welcome Kate Upton.
I know. Thanks for having me.
You look fabulous.
Thank you.
Are you having a great summer so far?
A great summer.
Yeah.
Yes, even with this heat.
Yeah, you're traveling, or do you go?
Every year I go. My husband's always working all summer long.
Right, of course.
So every year I go on a trip with my sister, and she has 2 daughters with my daughter. So we go on a girls' trip, and this year we're going to Italy. I'm very excited.
Fun. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And now I remember you were an equestrian.
Yes.
Is your daughter as well?
Look at the way that Mark says amazing. You could easily tell. I'll translate for you what this really means.
We go on a girls' trip, and this year we're going to Italy. I'm very excited.
Fun. Oh my gosh. And now I remember you.
This is what he really means.
We go on a girls' trip, and this year we're going to Italy. I'm very excited.
Fun.
I don't give a fuck.
I remember you were an equestrian.
Yes.
Is your daughter as well?
Yes, I really, I forced her into it a little bit, but
Such a great thing to do.
it's so nice to be outside, and it's hard work, and you're with these huge animals, so it's really fun to experience it with her.
You're married, of course, to Astros pitcher Justin Verlander. Great pitcher. Do you make it to all the games? Because it's a lot of games.
It's a lot of games.
What was it, 82 home games?
No, 81 home games, 81 road games, a total of 162. This is shit that fucking 4-year-olds know. There's 162 games in a season. And this guy's supposed to be Mr. New York, Mr. Sports Guy. I'm going to see soccer. There's the race car. The football season started. My Buccaneers, the New York Yankees, the Mets. I know everything about sports. Come on, ESPN, give me a job. And he goes, do you go to all the games? There's a lot of games. Do you go to all of them? Yes. She goes to a fucking 162 games. But no, he goes, do you go to all the games? Because there's a lot of them. What is there, like 82 home games and 82 road games? You don't even know that? Then why would fuck that? If you don't know that, you ain't qualified to fucking wipe fucking the ass of the fucking janitor that cleans the ESPN studios, okay? You don't even know how many games there are.
Do you make it to all the games?
You ain't no sports guy, just like you ain't no fucking car guy, and you definitely ain't no fucking acting guy. You ain't nothing. That's why you try to be everything, because you're nothing. You know deep down you aren't anything. You don't know anything. Your soul is a fucking floating egg fucking on Twitter with fucking 1 follower, and the 1 follower is yourself.
Because it's a lot of games.
It's a lot of games.
Was it 82 home games or something like that?
It's like 162 games.
Yeah.
It feels like we've been together for a long time, and the longer we're together, the less games I go to. We've gotten to the point.
Perfect sense.
It's gotten to the point where Justin literally thanks me. He's like, "Oh my God, thanks so much for coming tonight."
That's good. You make it special.
Exactly.
Playoff time.
Oh, then
you have to
I go. That's fun.
That's
Playoff
fun.
baseball. That's the best. I wouldn't miss it.
Yeah.
Do they have like an area for the wives? Like, do the wives all sit together and the kids? Do they have like a special?
Yeah, it varies team for team what that special seating actually means. But I always find my own special seating,
Yeah, got it. So tell me about Dress My Tour.
So you're telling me if all the wives are like sitting in this certain section, if you don't like the section, you'll just ditch them all and just go what? Just go find an empty seat, or what do you do? Buy a ticket? I mean, I'm assuming that if you're at a place like, let's say Wrigley Field, which is probably might be crowded and sold out, or like Yankee Stadium, you pretty much, I would think you have to sit where your seats are. But maybe if they're playing like Kansas City or something on like a Wednesday afternoon, you could probably leave and just go find an empty seat, thousands of empty seats, and just go, especially White Sox, Comiskey Park, I call it. I know it's guaranteed rate field, but I still call it Comiskey. But I bet when they play the White Sox, it's great. None of the wives see each other. Like, sweet. We never had a chance to go sit like right in the first row behind the dugout for free. Like, no one buys any tickets for the White Sox. They suck so much.
So tell me about Dress My Tour. I love this idea for a show.
But they did beat the Astros.
I love concerts, and I am always sort of fascinated by the costumes in concerts.
Yeah, I thought it was so much fun when I first heard this concept where it's these designers competing to be the next big performance designer, stage designer for musicians. And this is not ready to wear. This is a totally different game with stage lighting and the performance aspect of, instead of walking down a runway, these are dancers performing in it to make sure there's a big function.
It's literally like more is more.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Who are some of the artists?
We have Ty Dolla $ign, we have JoJo Siwa, Coi Leray, we have French Montana, we have Paula Abdul, lots of really awesome people.
So what is like obviously designers get sent home if they can't perform a certain task, or is it the performers choosing their designer?
So there's lots of twists throughout it.
Right.
That's what I really learned about this format of show is there's always a surprise. But really every episode there's a different musician, and so they're designing for them, so they're really getting to know that musician, and the musician is picking someone that they feel they can start a collaboration with and who understands them and they respect their style, and then somebody goes home at the end of the episode who doesn't meet those requirements of like the performance, understanding your client, and the stage ready.
Your daughter is, what is she, 5.5 now?
She's 5.5. 5.5-year-olds, you have to use that half. Get in trouble.
Does she understand what you do for a living? Is she familiar with your work?
No. Like, yes and no. She came to set with me on Dress My Tour all the time, and she loved it.
I'm sure she does.
I mean, the lights and the sparkles, the fringe. She was like, this is the best day of my life. But she still gets pretty confused of what I do. I think, too, like, my husband and I do weird things. Like, these aren't normal jobs.
Right.
And so he's always like, I'm going to work in the off season, but really he's just going to the gym. And she's gone a few times. So there was confusion. She thought every time I was going to play tennis that was my work. Working out was my work. So
she thought you were a tennis player.
She thought I was a tennis player. Yeah, she was like, why do you have to leave? Why do you have to travel for your job? Why can't you just go to the court by your house?
It's like tennis.
I'm like, no.
Well, thank you for coming by.
Thank you so much.
Dress My Tour premieres Tuesday, July 23rd on Hulu. Next, we'll find out all about acne. Stick around.
Thursday on Live, Tyler Perry.
You tried spicy treats.
Okay.
Sweet and spicy. I'm going to try a little bit.
Look at you go.
Next live, Kevin and Franklin Jonas from Claim to Fame and Summer Bargains.
A good pasta necklace never grows old. So the daughter thinks that her mom plays tennis for a living, says, why do you have to travel for work? Why not just go play tennis? I'm confused. happened? Something just happened. They came on the air for 5 seconds, and
when I first heard that,
this is very strange.
This
whole show is fucking garbage. The production is garbage. If they're gonna keep these two jabronis, they need to fire Gelman.
Going to get into it and find out all about treating acne when we return. Stick around. Friday Live, Rita
All right, put down in the comment section what you think happened, because I think that the doctor either got hurt and fell down or something, or the doctor's in the bathroom taking a shit and he was trying to hold it and then he thought he could squeeze it out. He decided to gamble and he lost. And now they scrambled and they said, look, come back real quick. We'll take our fucking commercials from like 50 minutes into the show. We'll move up this 2 blocks of commercials, and then we'll just go straight in, and we'll combine the 2 segments, the pre-commercial, post-commercial, 2 halves of this segment. We'll just smush it into 1 long segment, and we'll smush all the commercials together. So we'll give you 10 seconds, explain what's going on, and we'll let the doctor finish taking his shit. That's what I think happened. The doctor had to take a shit. Welcome to Culver's.
Because it is Beacon Hill.
Welcome to Culver's, where we take human beings and we turn them into food. But not just any human beings. We take children, basketball players, and old women, big fat old women, and we give them human burgers and ice cream made with cow semen. Cow semen. Cow semen. Cow semen. And when you're going to prom, make sure you take one of these little girls that like to eat human burgers made out of human basketball players. And from their heart, we make our saliva. Oh, we don't kidnap your kids.
Once again, this July, Chicagoland's new car dealers are raising money.
Yeah. Barbecue for the troops, money for the troops, everything for the troops. Oh, it wasn't a male doctor. The female doctor had to take a shit. Okay. I'd still fuck her. I like a nice shitty ass. You bend her over, let the waft of the ass enter your nostrils as you're hitting doggy style. Looking like a wet fart smell.
Continuing Summer Skin Week with a look at major issues faced by men.
There we go. Oh.
Test drive. Visit drivechicago.com for
She's white
participating
too. I
dealers.
didn't know she'd be Caucasian.
We're continuing Summer Skin Week with a look at major issues faced by many. Here to tell us about treating acne is dermatologist Dr. Marnie Nussbaum. Hi, Marnie. How are you? I just found out you're down the street in the Hamptons, and it's good to know.
But let's now for a good acne
Let's talk acne, because this is a phase of my life that I'm done.
Yeah, what causes acne?
Sure. So acne is caused by the glands overproducing sebaceous gland oil, mixing with dirt and bacteria on the skin, and that clogs the follicle, causing comedones, blackheads, whiteheads, cysts, and pustules. A lot of it is due to an overproduction of hormones. So puberty, everyone's favorite time, overproduction of androgens, which increases the sebaceous glands, and all teens walk around with cysts, pustules, comedones, whiteheads. Then we have menstruation. So after we ovulate, there's a surge of progesterone, which then causes a few cysts to break out around the mouth. Just to fit into today's segment, I brought a couple with me.
You always right here and here is
right here. I got them right there.
All right.
Just for you guys. And then we have adult acne, which is when you win the lottery. Because you're aging, you think you're not supposed to have acne, but you get both. So it's really due to a decrease in estrogen and also an increase in cortisol levels because of stress. So how do we treat these?
Eventually, though, I will tell you, as somebody on the other side,
do tell.
It does go away.
Does it?
And it never returns. However,
I look forward to that.
Your skin does turn to dust. So,
well, we have
other treatments for that.
So the ways to treat acne are really, we have salicylic acid products, which really unclog the pores by shedding the dead skin cells so everything can come out.
Good old salicylic acid.
Salicylic acid. So it comes in cleansers, wipes, creams. Benzoyl peroxide is great to decrease infection on the skin and kill any bacteria. Then, of course, retinols. So retinols increase skin cell turnover to make things unclog, come out, things like that.
What do we do if these don't work?
If they don't work, absolutely see your dermatologist, because if you have cysts, you really want to prevent scarring later on in life.
Yeah, right.
So you may need a prescription with oral antibiotics as well as a topical regimen. And then in the last case scenario we were discussing before, Accutane is really the closest thing we have to a cure for acne, and that decreases the sebaceous gland size permanently. So I've actually taken it twice.
And if you do have scarring, there are some laser treatments.
We have lasers, radiofrequency microneedling, super important to treat scarring because it can really affect people's confidence.
Thank you so much. You got a lot of information on the show. Visit our website for more information from Dr. Marty. We'll be right back.
Lactate is 100% real milk, just without the lactose. Delicious, too. Just ask my old friend Kevin.
Nothing like enjoying a cold one while watching the game. Who's winning?
No idea. Real milk, real delicious. And don't forget to try
some of my ass and mix it with my semen.
Kevin.
Nothing like enjoying
a good glass of semen from a cow. I want to fuck her so bad with my fingers.
No idea. Real milk, real delicious. And don't forget
to try my semen.
Lactate ice cream. What's that, Mabel?
Wow. Smart cow.
Watch live TV for free with Tableau. Access over.
Oh, Tableau. Here's another one. It's always something. Always something. There's always something new coming out. Hey, want to watch TV? Use Tableau. What's wrong with fucking all these other shits?
Wow. Smart cow.
Watch live TV for free with Tableau. Access over 90 free channels. Plus record, pause, and replay. All with 0 monthly fees or contracts. Order a Tableau Total System today.
Eggs make all our family moments better, especially when they're Eggland's Best. Tastes so fresh and amazing, plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best.
Think of the most fun you've ever had. Because if life's a journey, this is the destination at Four Winds Casinos. South Bend, New Buffalo, Hartford, and Dowagiac. Visit fourwindscasino.com.
It's so nice. Living my life with no limitations.
My legs feel like new, and I'm sleeping through the night.
I really feel like I have a new life.
At one of our locations, or visit us at unitedveincenters.com.
Right now, get 25% off a new Danley's Garage with garage packages for as low as $2.99 a month. But hurry, 25%.
So what's up? Is that the end of the show? Did I miss the acne? Is she hot? That's the end of the show. No inbound.
How's the designers that get your heart racing? At Insider Prices, new every day. Hurry, they'll be gone in a flash. Designer sales at up to 70% off. Shopguild.com today.
Thanks for watching so much. My husband's going to lick his semen off my neck right now. It's not semen. It's my shit that I mixed with white paint. And if you want to see what white paint looks like when it's mixed with shit, look at my son's semen. I want to lick your semen. Tell me, let's see.
Designer sales at up to 70% off. Shopguild.com today.
Kevin and Franklin Jonas will be here.
Amazing super bargains.
And we're going to do a skin cancer checklist. You're not going to want to miss it. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
I want to fuck you in the ass.
Designer sales at up to 70% off. Shopguild.com today.
Kevin and Franklin Jonas will be here.
Amazing super bargains.
And we're going to do a skin cancer checklist. You're not going to want to miss it. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Lola gave me AIDS.
Tableau. Access over 90 free channels. Plus record, pause, and replay. All with 0 monthly fees or contracts. Order a Tableau Total System today.
So a Tableau. So you don't pay any monthly. So what is it? It's a cable box?
Tablo. Access over 90 free channels. Plus
So
record.
90 channels. So it's almost like, it seems like the equivalent to a cable box. I mean, when I was younger, we had a cable box that we only had like 50 channels on. So you have 90 channels, all the main ones. Do you get movie channels? Let me guess. HBO and Showtime are going to cost extra. And again, 90 channels, but what's one? The Weather Channel, National Geographic, a whole bunch of channels I don't watch. It depends on the price, but you say no monthly fees. You just pay one time. But I bet the basic package is crap. So you don't pay a monthly fee, but if you want like HBO, you have to pay I bet you have to pay monthly fees for extras. So this is basically like, if you don't want to subscribe to streaming networks, you can get Tablo. Right? Well, first of all, Tablo doesn't include streaming networks. It doesn't. But it's like, if you don't want streaming networks, but cable is too expensive, you can get Tablo. But I bet like Xfinity cable comes with on demand and DVR. This Tablo has a DVR, so you can record. I don't know.
Tablo. Access over 90 free channels. Plus record, pause, and replay. All with 0 monthly fees or contracts. Order a Tablo Total System today.
Eggs make all our family moments better, especially.
This girl was on quick. They don't even like her.
We have lasers, radio frequency microneedling, super important to treat scarring because it can really affect people's confidence.
Thank you so much. You
Yeah.
got a lot of information.
I don't know. Either she pissed someone off and they're trying to get her out of the building, and the lawyer said, hey, you can't just kick her out of the building. You signed a contract. So now they're trying to honor the contract. Look at Kelly's face. That face says, I fucking hate this bitch. She is not happy with this girl. She's looking away. She's disgusted. She's like, I'm not going to look eye contact. It's almost like they got in a fucking argument over something. That is a crazy ass fucking look. I've never seen that before. I've never seen a fucking look like that before. They're ready to fucking end. Like, here, you got your 10 minutes. You had your 5 minutes. Now get out. We're done.
We have lasers, radio frequency microneedling.
Look at the
super
wrinkles.
important
Look
to
at her
treat
fucking face. Look at this huge ass fucking wrinkle that goes from her left nostril all the way down around the left corner of her lip and then up. It looks like she's fucking the Joker after fucking Batman stabbed him in the fucking face. Oh my God, it looks like she had a scar from the war, and like 40 years later, this is what her face looks terrible. She straight up looks over 50 years old for the first time.
permanently. So I've actually taken it twice.
And if you do have scarring, there are some laser treatments.
We have lasers, radio frequency microneedling, super important to treat scarring because it can really affect people's confidence.
Thank you so much. You got a lot of information. Visit our website for more information with Dr. Marnie. We'll be right back. Home.
Starts live right now. White House calls. After a fiery press conference about a Parkinson's disease specialist making 8 trips to the White House in 8 months.
I am telling you right now that I am not sharing confirming names from here.
The White House doctor breaks his silence. But will it be enough to quiet concerns about whether Biden's the candidate who can meet the moment?
Can't we stress test this candidacy? Can't we open up the conversation?
Then, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer is live to share why she's still riding with Biden, responding to Democrats calling on her to replace him, and revealing what she's learned.
Is that what we're doing now?
Appliances for 30% off. Plus, earn Kohl's cash.
Right.
Now Kohl's.
Get him!
Hearts, stars, and horseshoes, clovers, and new moons.
Little penises, vaginas, testicles, and ovaries. Check out my horny charms. Eat me horny charms. Available in little boys and girls. All right, so I guess then that's it for today. Yeah, July 7th, July 8th, July 9th, whatever the fuck it is. Ugh. All right. That was season 2, episode 218 from July 9th. All right. Oh, one more time. Shut the fuck up. Season 2, episode 218, July 9th. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye. I don't know what else to say. This was a terrible episode. Too many attempts to be funny by telling bad jokes that you didn't even know were jokes. The sagging face, trying to help Teresa get out of trouble. The fake laughing at your spouse's joke. They're all over the place. This whole show is produced terrible. You could tell the hosts don't give a fuck. It's almost like they're in this position now where we got enough money and we also have enough power where we don't even give a fuck. Like, we just show up like a half an hour late. We just pop in. We do whatever. If we go over, they know they're not going to get fired. If we go over, they'll just edit it and they'll cut out stuff to make it work for us. We just come in late. We show up when we want. We do whatever we want. And if they do fire us, well, then fuck it. That's what we want. We'd love for you to fire us because we probably have a buyout in the contract. So you give us the buyout and add that to our savings. We'll have more than enough money to retire and we can start our own thing. And if you don't fire us, well, then great. This isn't even a job. It's like fucking summer camp. It's like being a camp counselor at a summer camp where you just fucking show up and you say, all right, kids, go do stuff and I'll be back in 3 hours. And you just lay there getting a tan. If the head of the camp finds you without your kids, you're fired. Well, great. I didn't want to be here anywhere. But if he doesn't fire you, great. Then you're getting paid to do nothing and have fun. Fucking shit. All right. Well, I'm glad I wasted your time. Remember, this show is nothing to me except a reason to try to get people to watch this and waste their time. But if you do enjoy this, thanks. Subscribe? Okay. Like it? Sure. Dislike it? Fine. Do what makes you happy. I'm not doing this for a paycheck. I'm doing this for sex. Lots of wet sex with donkeys. Well, not human donkeys.